Chris, it is so good to be back here in Birmingham with Battle Arena. We're welcoming to the cage right now our first of a straw weight bout, 52 kilograms. It's 115 pounds soaking wet. Mathilde Aschenbrenner representing France and NRMMA.
Now, I was having a little chat with Mathilde's coaches at the weigh-in yesterday, and they have told me I've got to watch out for some serious Savat-style front leg kicks. That's the thing to watch for.
So like a leading kind of like side kick coming up into the guts. This will be very interesting. Obviously, Savat players like to switch stances a lot, so they can switch that lead leg and they can start pounding it to the open side, but we're going to see all that come through in a moment. And there she is, waving the French flag, loud and proud. You know, it's all about fraternity over there.
And the NRMMA team, they do everything, but the thing they do maybe slightly differently to some of the other European teams is they kind of specialize in lucha libre, right? So a lot of teams do jiu-jitsu, but lucha libre is from the streets. It's the original, it's the hardcore. Brazilian jiu-jitsu was for the posh people. Lucha libre was for the favelas, for the real fighters, and that's what they specialize in.
Ah, so this is like a yellow jacket sort of revolution here. The working classes rising up through lucha libre with their, you know, very fancy Savat kicks. Ooh, I'm very excited because obviously we have these smaller lady fighters coming in, starting off our card this evening. But as you always say, Chris, young ladies, especially ladies who end up fighting, they are very, very good. They have a different sort of path than us gentlemen do, and they seem to develop different skills. What's the main advantage that they come in with, Chris?
Well, I think, you know, often in the training room, it's a male-dominated sport, so they're stuck with male training partners, and it means they have to be super technical, because sometimes your training partner is going to be bigger and stronger than you, and that's why often the female fights are the highest levels of skill, because that's what they have to use in the gym with all their male training partners. And I was watching some of Mathilde's fights last night, and I was so impressed with her footwork, her lead leg kicks, and that Savat style, French style.
Mini Chai hailing from Gracie Baja in Derby, a very well-known name. Gracie Baja around the UK MMA scene and UK grappling scene. Just like you alluded to, Chris, jiu-jitsu's for us posh people, lucha libre from the streets. It's the streets versus the technicality, the empire, if you will, of Gracie Baja, headed here in the UK by Braulio Estima, a famous name, a BJJ hero.
And Mini Chai's got that weird Book of Five Rings thing going on where she's a warrior, but she's also an artist. Instagram is full of beautiful pictures of flowers. I think she's an aspiring tattoo artist.
Oh, wow.
I could see you with a nice tattoo.
I could.
You could let her practice.
I could let Mini Chai practice on me. I'll offer my arm up.
And both these fighters coming in, both 1-0. Someone's always got to go, as you like to say, Steve.
So they have an amount of experience between two fights between the two of them, and neither of them are going to want to let that O go, as you say. It's going to be fighting tooth and nail to solidify their second victories. But somebody has got to win, and somebody's got to come in second. And we're just moments away from them touching gloves and having it out in the cage. All the talking's done, all the beautiful Instagram pictures, all the videos. They've all led up to this very moment.
And what was interesting, after Mini Chai's last fight, she actually put up a post online just thanking her opponent. And that's like the real warrior way, you know. She's a warrior, but she's doing a beautiful art. She'll put a post after a fight thanking her opponent for the opportunity. And that's what it's all about, really, you know. You can't be a fighter unless you've got someone to face off the other side of the cage with. You don't have to be enemies. Some people like that. I've always preferred a little bit of argy-bargy. But some people just want to keep it respectful and just let the skills do the talking.
I'm getting a feeling that Gracie Baja has Mini picked as being able to come up through the ranks very high. When you've got a poster for yourself, you know that you're serious.
I'm excited for this one, Steve. What a way to kick off this evening of action here at the Bingley Hall in Birmingham.
I'm really looking forward to this footwork from Mathilde. Mini Chai wanting to get right in there immediately. They back up to the cage. They've got to meet in the center now. Both coming out orthodox. Oh, Mini Chai walks right onto her right hand twice. She does.
Yeah, she's been hit with 2 big shots in the
Now
first
she's
few
getting
seconds.
shut down. Mini Chai fighting in her pretty much her backyard. Derby only a few miles away.
Yeah, Mathilde's showing her strength here. She's holding Mini Chai up against the cage, giving her limited options.
There's good head positioning here by Mini Chai at the moment. Now she's using that to bring up a knee of her own with that forearm block. Aschenbrenner doing some good work with the knees to the upper thighs and to the solar plexus of Mini Chai at the moment.
Oh, beautiful knees from Aschenbrenner. Punishing knees.
She's just got Chai stuck here at the moment. She's doing a little bit of shoulder work there.
Yeah, I love a Conor McGregor shoulder strike. Oh,
no shoulders though. No shoulders. Just a little bit of a...
I didn't know that was against the rules, Steve.
Oh, there we go. Now we're all learning something today. Oh, look at her just setting those up, racking those into the sides of the thighs. Aschenbrenner's really making a meal out of this position.
Steve, what does Mini Chai need to do to get out of this awkward spot?
Well, she's supposed to be a jiu-jitsu player. Just pull guard, man. Over, under, just jump it up, and then again, you'll be up against the fence, not able to work your hips up. She needs to break away. She needs to own the head position here. Pop the shoulder, get the head position and reverse it, and break away here. She almost had it there. She needs to turn in and actually look at her opponent. You can see her face there kind of looking to the camera. She needs to look to her right and put the top of her forehead right into the neck. Get it under the chin. There you go. And start using that to reverse the situation, reverse the position. She also has an overhook here. She can turn that into a whizzer, but it's opening up her chest here, her stomach here, and that is doing a lot of damage. She comes into her single leg, outside trip there. She's almost got it. She drags Aschenbrenner to the ground.
That was beautifully timed, Steve, to come off the cage and get the takedown.
I honestly thought she was dropping down because she was hurt. She sold that quite well. I think Aschenbrenner almost laid off for a moment, and she went into that double leg and then brought the leg around for the trip so that Aschenbrenner couldn't step out of it. And now she's tying up those legs.
Oh.
She needs to get her hands together again and try to drag her back from the cage.
Aschenbrenner did a beautiful job getting back to her feet. Mini Chai still trying to
She's got her hands together still.
Yep.
Well, she did for a moment there. Now she's ending up in this weird underhook position.
Oh, looking for guillotine around the neck.
Oh, she drags her down here. She gets spin to the back.
That was very smart. Not just jumping on the guillotine. Mini Chai is ferocious.
She's staying on there, but how much damage she's doing and how much control she's getting, it's not adding up. She's eaten a lot of knees, and I think she's a bit tentative to go back into that open play to the striking matchup against Aschenbrenner because she did eat those 2 very heavy right hands before they clinched at the very beginning of this round.
And some heavy knees. Those thighs took some punishment.
We know how Aschenbrenner feels about that round as she has her arms raised and she's walking around, pacing in her corner. Obviously, the Gracie Baja team has a little bit of work to do. What kind of advice would you be giving to Mini Chai right now if you were in that corner, Chris?
I think she's got to shoot and set up the takedown. That's clearly the game plan, and you're from a great jiu-jitsu school, and the takedown was nice, but she's got to not get drawn into a kickboxing match with Aschenbrenner because we know she's got great kickboxing, great front leg kicks, and clearly great hands as well because she landed 2 big rights at the very beginning. So if I was in Mini Chai's corner, I'd be telling her to come out, pepper the jab, shoot underneath, try and get the timing, and then try and take her down away from the cage.
Yeah, that's some very great pointers. I think draw her in with the jab. The right hand counter seemed to be something that she was going to, so look to dart out to your own right, away from that right hand, and then take down onto the single leg there. I'd be going in for that single and trying to run that pipe, as we say. She's still in it. Face barely marked. Neither face is marked. They're just as, I was going to say just as pretty, but let's not reduce it here. Looking good. And there she comes in, peppering the jab, but she eats a few as she backs onto the cage. She's doing that back into the double leg. Can she connect her hands here? This is what she needs to do. Yeah. And she likes that outside trip. If she connects her hands here, she could be good. Come up on a single maybe.
Mini Chai driving now.
But you see that underhook that Aschenbrenner is using. I hate that underhook, but she's using it really well to keep her body on top of Mini Chai's and then use it to drag her down like we saw in the first round.
It's not the most beautiful takedown, but it does work.
it's helping her control the situation, and this is something that high-level fighters do all the time. You draw out your opponent's energy, and she's doing it so well. She knows that Mini Chai really only feels confident in one element of the game, and that's the takedown and getting on top, and she's making her really work for it and then punishing her when she's failing at that.
Yeah, Mini Chai was trying to look to sit through to guard there, didn't get it, and now Aschenbrenner's got, looks like full mount.
Oh, quarter guard here.
Quarter guard.
We've got quarter guard, but this is still not a great position because this isn't jiu-jitsu where you can easily go in. Oh, she's eating big right hands. Mini Chai does well to go back to half guard, but she's eating some heavy punches there behind the ear. Aschenbrenner now trying to pass into mount, possibly just to hit some more.
She's doing such a good job of controlling the position.
Mini Chai staying very composed here. She's still working that knee, still working that kind of hip escape, trying to swallow the knee up into her own half guard.
What I'm liking is that Aschenbrenner's not overcommitting to any of these strikes and then giving Mini Chai the opportunity to bridge her off. Just putting just enough power in everything.
Look at how she pins down that wrist now, opening up that side, and just makes her eat a couple shots, and then she doesn't go all in here. She's just measuring her positions, doing some damage, making sure to maintain control.
Yeah, she's running away with this round now. Doing a lot of damage from this top position.
These are only 3-minute rounds, so whether she can get the finish in this position, she's obviously working for it, but she's not throwing huge bombs here. Now she's got both hands. Alan Jackson's on the case.
Yeah, Mini Chai's doing just enough every time to get, try and work and escape, which means Aschenbrenner have to stop with the ground and pound to keep the position.
You can see an arm triangle possibly being set up on the right side by Aschenbrenner.
I think Mini Chai was almost looking for a lockdown then.
This is the French invasion right now.
Yep.
And showing that lucha livre style doesn't have any slouching in terms of submission fighting here. Yep. She's moving through it. The control is brilliant, and she's staying on top.
What an absolutely brilliant fight to kick off the evening here at Bingley Hall in Birmingham. Two very, very talented martial artists.
It's just Aschenbrenner just being the foil here to Mini Chai. Again in the second as Mini Chai tries to bridge, but now she's in a very deep and tight arm triangle as 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds remains in the round. It's a huge crank there.
Aschenbrenner checking that Mini Chai was okay.
Yep,
still another round to go before we become pally-pally. Mini Chai's nose a little bit bloodied. He ate some shots right at the beginning of the round.
See, I like what Gracie Baja's doing here. They've got her arms up. They're going to hopefully be rubbing some of the blood out of there. And because those takedown attempts, even though she had her hands together a few times, she wasn't actually able to finish it. That's very, very exhausting. And really, it affects your confidence huge, right? A lot of these fighters, they feed off of confidence, and you're seeing that happen in Aschenbrenner right now. In the corner, it's relaxed, it's calm. There's a few instructions happening there, whereas there's more. Though Gracie Baja's corner is very calm, Mini Chai herself really has got to be thinking, I've thrown everything at her. What can I do that's going to actually win me this fight? And now she's going to have to look to win this fight in the next 3 minutes. She is 2 rounds down for sure.
Will we see Mini Chai throw caution to the wind, come out with some bombs?
I think keep that chin down and just overhand right. Overhand right, double leg. There she is. Chin comes up with the right hand. Chin comes up with the jab every time with Mini Chai. So she's really going to have to make that. And beautiful, catches the kick.
Oh, she almost
ends up in a deep armbar here. Always the danger in that catch counter. Have to be aware of it. She does seem to have control here. Aschenbrenner is really stretching that out here.
That's looking very uncomfortable, Steve.
Hard to see from this angle, but I think Aschenbrenner might be able to extend it.
Possibly the cage is just saving Mini Chai.
Oh, it's quite deep now. She's got to be careful not to spike her, but you are allowed to slam from that position. She's got the knee in now.
Oh, that's beautiful from Mini Chai.
Gets the elbow out.
Defense.
She needs to stack her here and make sure that she maintains the position.
Now Aschenbrenner's got to know that she's 2 rounds up. She can sit here, try and throw some submissions up from this nice closed guard position, and know that she can still win the fight.
A lot of confidence from Aschenbrenner. You saw that
beautiful
going
triangle.
right for it, and now she sets up the triangle. She's pulling the back of the head, breaking the posture.
Right in front of the Gracie Baja corner. They're not going to be happy about this at all.
As if to say, this is how you do it, folks. She's pulling on the back of the head. That's got to be super, super tight. Mini Chai showing that she's got the heart of a warrior, that's for sure.
See what Aschenbrenner needs to do here, Steve, is angle off. She can use her right arm to pull herself round. There it is. She got that leg. She's going to pull herself round.
I think she heard you, Chris.
Get an angle. It's going to go tighter and tighter. Oh, Mini Chai's having none of it.
She's ferocious. She's like an alley cat, is Mini Chai.
It's going to be so miserable being stuck in this triangle for so long.
I think they're going to start striking from the bottom. She does. Giving a lot. There's a lot of blood coming from the nose of Mini Chai, so whether she can breathe in through that nose is suspect at the moment. As you switching to an armbar. His top arm is straight. Alan Jackson is within his rights to call that. The arm was straight, and there was an imminent break about to happen. I don't think Gracie Barra's the corner's very happy about that, but Aschenbrenner certainly is. And the night belongs to Vive la France!
NRMMA kicking off the night. They got a lot of fighters on this card, and they're 1-0 already.
So moves Aschenbrenner up to 2-0, 1-1, an equal record. Mini Chai leaves with 1-1. I know she'll be back in the cage rather soon. She'll probably address some of those boxing issues that she had there. But man, what a fight. What a showcase for our first fight of the evening. We got 3 rounds, and we got a tight triangle armbar finish from Aschenbrenner. Mathilde Aschenbrenner, keep your eyes on this young lady, because she's not just going to be bringing France to you. She's going to be bringing the fight to you.
I think the Gracie Barra team are not at all happy about the stoppage, but the job of these referees is fighter safety. That is the number one. They saw the arm completely extended.
Kev, are we doing interviews? Not till pro card. Definitely not at the moment. We've got too many issues. Okay, well, bear with me. Yeah. How are you doing? Yeah, good, mate. Good to see you.
The thing is, when you are a young fighter as well, it's great to be racking up this experience, especially at the amateur level. Both young ladies had a lot of talent there. We go to the announcement.
7 seconds of the third round and your winner by a referee stoppage due to a submission to the fighter.